Well, the 4th of July travel rush, it is on. Now, weather has already had an impact with storms across the east this week. AAA says this year we'll see record travel numbers with more than 61 million traveling by car, and get this, nearly 6 million taken to the skies. Heading into the holiday weekend, more storms are on the way. That could slow you down just a bit. We want to bring in travel expert Juliana Broste, to help us stay safe and get ready for travel conditions out there. It's great to see you. I know you're in Denver, and when I fly into Denver, I always say take that early flight because the afternoon you get the storms bubbling up. It gets a little bit bumpy, but let's talk about where we could, how we could kind of navigate some of these problems.
Yeah, well, certainly severe weather, thunderstorms, and extreme heat impacts travel. We see flight delays generally pile up throughout the day. So if you're on an earlier flight, you have a higher chance of departing on time, but certainly they kind of add up. You know, I was recently in LaGuardia, and due to thunderstorms, all flights were delayed. And a friend of mine who was departing earlier in the day was, delayed, and that kind of domino effect throughout the day. So just give yourself extra time if you're traveling during this busy holiday weekend.
It's so true, because you think about the cascading effects, right? Juliana, when you're thinking about, hey, I'm in New York, I'm trying to get to Denver, I'm in Denver trying to get to Seattle, whatever, your flight might be coming from a different location, slowing you down. Let's say you're slowed down. What should you do with the family and kids and you're stuck at an airport?
Well, there are so many things at the airport to entertain you, but certainly planning ahead, like packing snacks and being able to stay connected. I always recommend downloading the airport, your airline's app on your phone, so you have direct connection to if something is delayed or maybe your gate has changed. You know exactly where to go, and you don't have to keep your eye within view of a screen. And the airport certainly has a lot of resources for you if you are someone who can sneak and hide away into a lounge, or maybe you need to find a little corner for you. Just finding your space where you can stay charged and stay hydrated, certainly important.
No kidding, Juliana, I just discovered that I actually have passes to some of these lounges you talked about. I didn't even know. Just check some of your credit cards out there. Do you see some spots that are particularly vulnerable to disruptions during the summer?
Yeah, of course, this time of year, you always want to be aware of hurricane season in the Caribbean and coastal areas. So if you are planning travel to these destinations, sometimes you're totally fine and you can actually enjoy the lower prices. But I always recommend getting travel insurance so that you have extra security. World Nomads, for example, has trip delay coverage for delays of 6 consecutive hours or more, and that covers you if there is weather, if there's some kind of accident on the way to the airport, or if maybe there's a surprise airport strike. I know that sometimes happens during the summer, but definitely weather, hurricanes, and earthquakes are always included in that space. And so if you had prearranged, you had prepaid transportation or hotels, and that prevents you from getting to your travel plans, you can get a reimbursement. So keep track of all your receipts.
Yeah, that's such a great tip. I never really thought that worked, but that's great. Juliana Broste, thanks so much for sharing your insight. Happy 4th of July to you, and safe travels, and come back and see us in the Northeast sometime soon.
Oh, thanks so much. We'll see you soon.
Take care.